Okay, we are broadcasting on YouTube.
Let's see. I'm on your channel. So we'll see. Oh, there you go. You're live.
Yes. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Nice.
We have,
Yeah, it looks good. It
yeah.
actually looks really, really good there.
Yes, excellent. Okay, we have here today Haggarduser going against Crenio.
Crenu. I am gonna get beat up, I think, because
This is just part of our methodology. We allow them to have victories every now and then so that we don't scare off all the competition.
oh
It's
yeah.
strategic gaming. We're in it for the long haul, not for the immediate satisfaction of bashing heads. So, what we have here is the. It looks like. What Haggard? What type of card deck do you have here? What is the
I have a
theme?
well, the format is called Brawl, so it's 60 card deck where you have a legendary creature that you always have access to. He's my commander.
Mm,
And my opponent's commander is this Queen Eleanor of Ruidoc,
yeah,
and taking a ton of damage here.
I see. Yes.
So this is actually this week's midweek magic that you can do, where
Mm,
it allows you to play with these pre-constructed decks. You don't have to own the cards. You just go in and
I see.
um, really need a.
Oops. Your
Oh,
desktop
let's
popped up
see.
for a second.
Flash flying. Really?
It did. Yes.
Or was that yours?
It shouldn't have been mine. I haven't touched anything.
Let's see.
Probably
One,
mine
two,
again.
three.
Don't worry. I put mine out here all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna die this turn, I think.
Yeah.
Unless for some reason he doesn't. If for some reason he doesn't attack with everyone,
Mm,
but he has no reason not to do that.
yeah.
Unless he's playing around, I don't know, some card that I don't have.
Yeah.
I hear your phone ringing.
Yeah. It's my wife's. You can answer that. Telemarketer? Oh, that's another telemarketer incident. Okay. So a lot of fast
One, two,
action
three,
taking
four,
place
five,
here.
six. Yeah, I'm taking exactly lethal here because this guy put out a ton of creatures, and my deck is based around putting a lot of lands into play.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
I maybe could have played it better, but my hand was very slow. I didn't get to put out creatures as fast as he could. So
Right. Yeah.
I'm just trying to do the midweek magic event is always you get a couple of free rares. So we
Right.
could even be doing this on your account if you wanted, but
Okay.
I am playing to get these couple of rares. I was actually going to show you I have a deck that I made,
Okay.
or more so I poached it online because I saw somebody else playing this deck and then I made the same deck. And the whole purpose of it is to get your own life total to zero or less, and then you trade life totals with your opponent so they die.
Oh.
And you have ways to survive with zero or less life. We got to get that RTX voice set up for you, so then your stream wouldn't be hearing the dog barking.
Yeah. That's what's keeping me from getting the maximum amount of followers on my channel. Is that bastard.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So
Okay.
let's see. This is just a cheap creature that
And
should hopefully keep me
Xarxes,
alive.
whose main persona is the Raven Man.
Yeah, this guy actually is very cool. He makes it's a discard deck, so he's going to make us discard a lot of cards.
Okay.
At the beginning of each turn, or at the end of each turn, if someone has discarded, he makes a raven.
Okay. The Raven Man. He also
Yeah.
attends raves where psychedelic drugs are ingested. That's where he originally got into this. He figured since he likes to rave, he chose the Raven Man method. Yeah. There. Braid's
Uh,
frightful return.
okay, so he made me discard, so he's gonna make a Raven.
Okay.
That's okay. I think we should be all right. I'm gonna try and just put as many lands into play
There's
as
your
I
dinosaur
can.
again.
Yeah.
The name
So
of that dinosaur is something. What? There is that.
Topiary Stomper.
Topiary stomper. A plant dinosaur. It's a dinosaur made out of plants.
Yeah. He's gonna make me discard again, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah. This actually isn't too bad. I can handle this. He's slowly putting out his things. This is a more controlling deck, not an aggressive, creatures
Mm-hmm.
beat me down type deck.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's see. When he attacks, you may search your library for a basic land card that doesn't share your land type, the land type you control. Yeah, we can attack here. So I currently have all the land types except for um, planes. So it's going to let me search up a planes and put that into the battlefield
Mm-hmm.
when I attack with him. And then I'll get to play Joda. And the whole point of Joda is that he buffs all of your legendary creatures. And
Joda.
when you cast one, you get to get a cheaper one from your deck for free,
Okay.
which is pretty awesome. But now all of his discard effects, once our hand is empty, as it is right now, because this guy is actually considered to be in our command zone, which is different than our hand. He cannot make us discard this. We're going to be able to just put a bunch of stuff into play. And
It's a lot of moving parts there.
yeah, five color decks are a little bit more complicated.
Command zone.
And also, yeah, the commander is a totally different thing that's also happening.
Do you have a card where you roll your opponent up like a burrito and consume him?
No,
Oh.
I think the best I can do is, well, actually, let's see. There are cards that say if a death touch creature you control would hit the opponent, then they lose.
Okay.
So it's like death touch you, any amount of damage dealt to a creature. If the source has death touch, then they
Yeah, what we're talking about here in my group that I play with, we're working on a food truck attack where you bring in a food truck and the different food items are your characters you take to battle. And like somebody might get a bad burrito or somebody gets a bad,
poisons them.
right. And, then if they can't counter that with Imodium, a card or something, then they're shit out of luck, actually.
Yeah. So this guy actually makes insects. So that
Oh,
I thought
no.
I really thought that they could fly, but they can't. Okay.
Huh.
Well, we can put pressure on him. Like he's gonna slowly kill our guys, draw cards, etc. But I think we might be able to just beat him down with our creatures.
Yeah.
Depends on what he has. He has a lot of cards in his hand. We have just Joda left to play. I think just making 6/6 insects every turn might allow
Yeah.
us to win. These ravens that he makes can't block, so um, he might have to jump with his commander here. Oh, what is this? A 6/6 flying trample. When he enters the battlefield, choose another creature you control. That creature gets +3/+3 and flying. Wow, so he gets to pump up one of his ravens with this Pit Lord guy. So again, we're kind of on the back foot. He might kill us. I need to draw something right now that's gonna deal with this. What does this guy do? Enters the battlefield at the beginning of your upkeep, mill a card. Well, here's what I can do. I can play Joda, then I can play this guy. I might get a second legendary from my deck by doing this here.
Hmm.
So we get to cast, oh, a flying creature. Very nice. Now, if I swing with all my creatures, he doesn't quite die. He gets close, but I could swing, I guess, just with the 6/6. I've got a 7/7 blocker. I think we're dead.
Might be.
Because, yeah, we're not quite dealing lethal when he blocks this way. He goes down to 2 life. I don't have enough flyers to block all of his flying attackers. So I think this 5 color deck might be the weakest out of all these pre-constructed. So the way this event works is it gives you, I think, an option of 3 or 4 different decks to play.
Hmm.
You don't get to edit them. They just exist as they are. And this
I
five
see.
color deck, I like 5 color just because it's a lot more variety of what cards you might be playing.
But he's not playing with a deck like that. He's got his own custom deck here. He's got.
No, this is also a pre-constructed deck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And wow, we just died to this Dusk Mangler. Yeah, I
Hmm.
think the monocolored and the 2 color decks are just way better. Sometimes they do these events where they give you these options of decks to play, and it's very clear that they're not balanced.
Yeah.
So it seems like this Joda deck sucks.
Oh, I see. There they are. Okay.
Yeah, so he was playing Raven Man. We lost to the Queen the previous game. Why don't I just show you the deck I was talking about where we trade life totals?
Right. Okay. Here we go. This is the deck.
So
That's
I've
your
got a whole
screen
bunch of
again.
decks.
All right.
Life total traders. Let me show you exactly how this works before we go into a game. So the way it works is we have a lot of ways to lower our own life total. And a lot of these cards that make our own life total go down, they're more powerful, and the trade-off is that you lose life for doing them.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, Thoughtseize, you get to look at their hand, make them discard a card of your choice.
That is a cool looking card. The way it's got
Yeah,
this guy sucking something out of this dude's brain here. He's seizing his thoughts.
yeah.
And
So
this,
you get to look at their hand, get rid of
yeah,
their best card, and then you lose 2 life. It's a very, very powerful effect.
yeah. Well, who's this James
Um,
Ryman down here?
that is the artist.
We need his autograph. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Then there are ways to, yeah, you can destroy a creature, lose life, draw cards and lose life, exile a creature, lose life.
That's
This
Sign in
one,
Blood. I'm sorry. I saw that Sign in
yeah,
Blood pop. Okay. Yeah. All right. Target.
yeah, that's
Okay.
pretty cool art,
That
hey?
that is. Yes. Okay. Go ahead. I'm ready.
This one is actually probably the whole reason the deck was put together because this Black Market Connections is a very powerful card.
Mm.
At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, which is not quite the beginning of your turn, it's just after your draw. And so you get to choose one or more of these options every turn. So you can create a treasure token, which would get you 1 additional mana, like a one-time use. You can draw an extra card. You can create a 3/2 creature. Each of these options makes you lose life, but you can pick all 3, lose 6 life, get a whole bunch of benefit.
Mm.
So we have all these ways to lower our life total. And then Gideon says you can create an emblem that says, as long as you control a Gideon Planeswalker, you can't lose and your opponents can't win.
Oh.
So if you have this Gideon out with this emblem, it doesn't matter if your life total goes into the negatives, you can still play on.
Oh. Okay.
And so that's
Huh.
how we survive while having a negative or 0 life total.
Oh.
And
Wow.
then and
Yeah.
then the ender is at the beginning of your turn, you may have 2 target players exchange life totals. So after you've dipped your own life total down to negative, you can say, hey, we're gonna switch. And then they go to negative, you go to positive, and because they don't have a way to survive with negative life, they just die immediately.
Mm.
So that's pretty sweet.
That is.
Although I'm sorry, I gotta take a little break here.
All right.
I am getting a call from Mother Nature.
I'm gonna stop streaming.